something that I want to address about it. But when I get there, I'm gonna get there. What up, Jay?
What up?
What up, Mr. Mo? How you feeling down in the warm Chicago?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm in Indianapolis right now.
Oh, word. Man, you look good. That crib you got in Indy looks good, like a penthouse. Can I come get me? Let me come Airbnb that joint.
I'm living that lavish life now, man. I'm moving on up, man.
Hey, I'm with that, brother. Well, we live, ladies and gentlemen. You're in here with the Life Game Avengers. You got Moochie, you got J Mo, you got Larry. No Nita tonight. She's got to take some time off. How's everybody else feeling?
I'm good.
Yeah,
hanging in there, man. Don't it?
They're like swimwear.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've already got a lot of people that's been waiting on us. We've got Inga Lawson, Big Sand, Marissa Dior TV. We got North Philly in the building, and then we got D Weave down here in the building.
What up?
D Weave, what up?
Yep. And of course, we got my boy Alex, who always comes in the building. Hope everybody's doing well. Before we get started, let me make this announcement. We do have confirmation that there will be a Shy season 5.
Yeah, I'm about to put a show together if that's the case, man.
Well, where's the excitement? I was expecting backflips. I was expecting jumping out.
I just want to see where they go with this because I got a lot of problems with what happened on the last episode, but we'll get to it.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and start because I can't wait. When Moochie burning like this, man, we just got to dig into it.
Yeah, I do want to take my earrings out and fight some people. I want to roll around on the ground and fight with them.
I know this inspired me to write my own show.
What?
Me too. We was talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it, but I'm about to do that shit. I mean,
look, I'm ready to be like,
the Shy got 5 seasons, man. Hey, follow your dreams, people.
Follow your dreams, find a hookup, and always keep in mind your network is your net worth. Keep that in mind. Got to get you a plug up in there. We'll kick this thing off with the Shy opening, what we're going to talk about. Here we go.
I told Jim.
You told Jim what?
Oh, this nigga snitching? Man, they got cameras. She was gonna find out anyway.
Hold up. Everybody calm down. Calm down. Sit down, bro.
I ain't no motherfucking dog.
Hey, man, sit your ass down. Look, you did the right thing.
Let me tell you something, man. If the police find out what you did, your ass is going straight to the pen. And that's the last thing this family needs, another motherfucker getting locked up.
I'm glad you told Jim the truth. I am.
I also told you the reason her dad's still alive.
Oh, nigga, you don't get no brownie points for that.
Then I told her not to tell.
That don't mean shit.
Hey, man, shut the fuck up.
Second was funny as hell to me because Jason Weaver kept butting in, man. I was just over here laughing. They were big talking junk to him right to his face. But we'll get this thing started from the beginning. Moochie, I'm going to go ahead and go to you. Do you have anything to say about this forced storyline they tried to give Dre and how it opened with the conflict between her and Nina?
How you gonna call demands and you the one in the wrong, Nina? You giving somebody a ultimatum like you gotta figure out what you gonna do because I can't live like this. But you the one that cheated.
Wait, Moochie, I don't know how many relationships you've been in, but you do know that sometimes when your spouse is giving you the cold shoulder, it does become a little taxing. And at some point in time, my psychologist buddy,
the cold shoulder.
What'd you say?
I said maybe because I'm the one that do the cold shoulder. I could go a long time in the house without talking to somebody.
Because I got definitely something to say about that when I saw that.
Oh, boy. Well, let's keep this straight. Larry, what you got to say about Nina and Dre?
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. Sometimes if you've done something wrong and someone gives you the cold shoulder, you have to be careful. There's a very fine line between when that person decides to go along with it and when that person gets mad and just says, okay, fuck you then. You know, there's a real fine line there, so you have to be careful. And you know, when somebody leaves out, sometimes when someone gives you an ultimatum, it's like not to jump ahead, but we saw another ultimatum given in this show. the person didn't want to give the answer, so the person made the decision for him, and that's what happens sometimes. It's like if you don't want to come around, then sometimes the other person has to make the decision that's best for them, and that may not be what's best for you. So while you have the opportunity to make that decision, you should go ahead and make it.
Word. Okay. J-Mo, get in there. But what I was going to finish saying to Moochie before I give it to you, J-Mo, is I've got some psychologist buddies, and one of them you guys have seen on this show, my homegirl, Dr. Maria, who comes up here. And there is a fine line where even though you might have messed up, it's not healthy behavior to keep somebody in the dark and cold shouldering them for a extended period of time. At some point in time, you have to make a decision. Having said that, J-Mo, I give it to you.
Boy, 2 women in a relationship is hell, because women don't forget, and they sure is hard to forgive. As us 3 men know, when you didn't got that cold shoulder from your girl, it's a hard time. Like Moochie say, you giving it. Well, imagine it's 2 women back and forth giving it and taking it. So that was insightful to me to see in female to female relationship that, boy, ain't neither one of them about to break. It's gonna be hell. Neither one gonna forget, neither one gonna forgive, and they're gonna give each other cold shoulders like they in the North Pole or something, man. It was cold in that house. They need to get the heat turned on, because them shoulders was cool as the other side of the pillow, for real.
The problem is what Lamont brought up earlier when he first brought this up, is like, what do you think about this contrived storyline? And that's part of the problem. It's just that it's contrived, and they're trying to continue it on by bringing this little girl into the mix. It's just, it doesn't work.
Yes.
It just doesn't. There's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there.
And I got a bunch about her. I don't like how she talking about she gonna move in, and Kev like, well, I don't know if we gonna do this. She like, well, it ain't up to you. What? You got your little mean ass that took it too far. Hey, little girl, it is up to me. If I tell my mamas, don't bring your little crazy bad ass up in here, your ass ain't coming in here. Keep talking crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm coming to you anyway, Larry. The very next scene, Kel comes downstairs and he's looking at Dre, and I didn't appreciate this part, Larry, and I'm gonna give it to you on this. Dre is chastising him for actually doing something good to help someone in the community that Dre already knows has issues in their house. It'd be different if Dre didn't know that this girl had issues in the house. Then if you want to chastise Kevin for having some random chick upstairs, by all means do it. But she chastised the hell out. This boy told him to go upstairs as if he done something wrong when he tried to help the girl. Giving it to you.
Yeah, I feel like Dre and Nina, anytime they have an opportunity to shit on Kev, they will. Boy. It's like on Raising Kanan. They never miss an opportunity to take an opportunity to shit on Kevin. And I mean, she could have simply have pulled him aside and talked to him and said, look, I really like what you're trying to do here, but it's not your place, and it's maybe not the right way. I mean, for someone who's supposed to be a counselor, she has horrible communication skills. Absolutely horrific. And then he even calls her mom in that moment, and she rejects that.
Right.
I mean, that's just some BS. I mean, even if he was trying to butter her up by using it, that's not the moment that you reject it. You talk to him about that later. Kevin needs to hurry up and get himself to college. He needs to get a scholarship so he can go far, far away. He needs to go like to the University of Hawaii or something where they can't even access him on a regular basis.
Damn, all the way to Hawaii. Wow. I mean, he can come to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. We'll take good care of him down here.
Nah, that's drivable. You will take good care of him, but it's drivable. They might show up down there. He needs to go to Hawaii, but they can't come but maybe once a year.
J-Mo, what you think about this?
Man, I think the only problem with Kev is he started that old hemming and hawing or whatever when he came down. He was tongue-tied and didn't know how to say. He could have just, as soon as she's like, what's going on? Oh, she ain't had no place to stay. Let her stay in here overnight, man. That's all. But he, so he was looking like he was guilty, like he actually did something. which he should have just, spit it out since he actually didn't do nothing. But yeah, like Lamont say, man, they always ready to say something to Kev about what he got going on, and nobody is there to help Keisha. They can't even help each other, but all they want to do is just bring all their little drama on Kev and chastise him. And, it's just another situation of how dudes catch hell on this show.
Damn. Wow.
All age ranges.
Yeah, man. Jump in there,
Little
Moochie.
Ronnie to Big Ronnie.
Once again, I predicted that that was his face for getting caught out there with her upstairs.
You did.
Bringing her downstairs.
Yes, you
did.
But
I feel like her approach was wrong because she knows what's going on in that child's life. Mm-hmm. She knows what's going on, and Kevin could have went to the room and told them what the situation was, because it's not like they did anything.
Well, that show how bad of parents they are. They don't even know it's somebody in the damn house overnight. They don't check on them. Don't look at nothing. Don't give a damn.
No, because they too busy being Nina too busy being selfish
and mad at each other to give a damn about the kids.
Right. And why would Kev feel safe to go to them to tell him something like that when all they do is dump on him?
Right. Right.
So, I mean, why would he feel safe to do that? I mean, he's doing a good thing, and he feels like he needs to sneak around to do a good thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And even though he saw her at that one little function, he probably don't know that she's getting counseled and all that. The girl barely say anything other than, ninja that, ninja this. We call her Ninja Gaiden up in this
mug. I used to love that video game, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. That joint was a jump off. Yeah. All right, J-Mo, I'm coming to you with this is a big one in the story. Oh, Lord. Here we go. It is old Tiff and Dante. Oh, my goodness. So this is the moment where Tiff asked Dante, "You want to be with me?" And he basically said, "B, hell no, I don't want to be with you. I love this game we got going on. I just get to slide in and slide out when I want to, come and go when I want to. You need to stay with Emmett. And for Larry's pleasure, since you're always picking on this girl about being overweight, she looked very, very skinny this season, by the way. There she is eating her pizza that's about to tip her on the scales in Larry's opinion. So, J-Mo, what you think about this whole thing with Tiff and old Skeletor Dante, who probably ain't going to be on the season no more?
Right. I'm glad he finally let her ass know reality. Don't nobody want to be with your ass. You better stay with your damn husband. I'm here to hit it and quit it. I'm about to have a good time and take you home. Your son need a haircut? Some pizza? I mean, what you thought this about to be? Talking about what you think about leaving? What you think about me leaving my husband? He like, why? To be with you. For what? I love that part. As far as her being fat, that girl, PHAT. I don't like her as a person, the character, but Tiff ain't fat. That girl got meat.
She wasn't fat at all. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our first super chat. Let me shoot it out before we go to Moochie. Lamont called about Skeletor head Dante making Tiff look stupid. Yes, I did, Ron Mitchell. And just for that, Ron Mitchell, I've got new graphics to give you guys when you super chat me. I stole this one from my boy B. Avery. It's the remix of one that he's been doing. So here we go.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, baby, let me tell you something. If a whore ain't paying y'all bills, that's the last thing y'all should be worried about.
That's a lot right there.
Why you steal that? You better go put that back, boy. You better put that back.
That is a lot.
That boy had straight Kool-Aid hair.
Yeah, he did.
You see Kev up here about to have his Kool-Aid blue.
Woo!
Moochella, jump on in there, man. Talk about Dante and Tiff. From a woman's perspective, we anxiously are waiting to hear what a woman has to say about another woman doing her dirt.
Tiff got a dose of reality. She got a real reality check with that shit. She got a reality check where he was like, I'm the nigga you call when he not doing XYZ.
But Moochie, he said that as if
I like this how it's going. That's what he said too.
Moochie, he said it as if Emmett ain't clearing the pipes. Now, if I'm not mistaken, ain't Emmett supposed to be packing because that's how Dom wanted to check him when he came to her house? Ain't he supposed to be packing large?
Yeah, he packing large, but Homeboy's oral game was better. Remember she said that?
Oh, so what is really about
large, but it's 2 minutes and it's microwave meal.
He was throwing that tongue in a circle.
Right.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, but you know what I peeped on that though? If
What's
Dante would have said yeah, she would have left Emmett. But since he said no, she tried to play the little middle ground, talking about when she came home, I ain't trying to go through this with you right now, this, that, and the other. I don't know. But really, she don't want to be with Emmett, but she don't want to be by herself. So she trying to have a babysitter, and until she find a replacement. If old Shumpty Dumpty say okay, then she gonna go sit on that wall and leave Emmett.
Another thing with her, she got her reality check, and now it's like I guess I'm gonna go back to Emmett. But it was like she really was, to me, she was really cocky. She really thought he was gonna be like, yeah, me and you gonna be together. And she saw that he's not gonna treat her how Emmett does her, like with the breakfast.
No.
With knowing her habits.
You go get a slice.
He saw the difference when he came with the pizza.
Right.
Eating it outside.
He's not gonna do you like how your husband was doing you, as far as treating you with respect.
He don't love her.
Exactly.
I mean, he don't, like to say, he don't love them hoes. And I'm coming to you, Larry, but let me shout out the most super chatters. Will Lawrence came through. And the rest of these super chats, Larry, is all about you. So Larry has been right about Tiff from the jump. Dude never wanted a relationship with her, and I'm glad he told her. Yep. And then we had another one down here. Lamont, ever since you called Keisha new dude Russell Westbrook, I can't. Oh my God, my bad, Larry. I thought that was for you, but for my super chatters, this is for you, and I appreciate it. This one's old school, so if you old school, you know what I'm talking about. Here we go.
Yo, this punk motherfucker throwing shit at us, man. I smell something, man. You smell something? I definitely smell something out here. I smell pussy. Yo, he's a pussy, man. Take his ass.
That was the movie, boy, when that came out.
Classic right there for my people. Classic.
And another thing, one more thing before we leave this topic, and I agree with no ma'am. She is monkey barring from relationship to relationship.
Yep. Oh, we can't leave because we gotta let Larry talk. Larry got to take his victory lap. Ain't that right, Larry? Take that victory lap.
I mean, I said it. I mean, it's just the way reality is. Nobody, especially not a dude like him, wants a woman who's cheating on her husband.
Right.
Nobody wants that chick. She's fun to play with. She's fun to come over and have sex with and to play with. But nobody wants to keep her. Who wants to go ahead and get her, and then every time you go to sleep, you have to wonder if this bitch is sneaking out? Who wants to worry about every time she says she's going to sell some weed and she's breaking it off to the next dude? Who wants to worry about that? Nobody wants to take that kind of blood pressure medicine, you know? So, I mean, it's like, he's having fun. And like he said, I'm your ninja. I'm the dude you call when your man's not giving it to you right. I'm the dude you call when your little man needs a haircut at the last minute. I'm the dude you call when your girl gets locked up and you need some extra money. That's who you call. You don't go to him thinking that you're going to have a relationship. You know?
Oh my Lord, man, they killing Tiff. They said Tiff pH is off. No, it's
why
not.
her face so damn fat? That's why I always tell you she always looks like she's a cupcake away because she's always like on the verge. I don't care what anybody says. People can hate on it, but it is what it is.
Nah, Larry. In this season, I
don't like the way she looks. I like the way Keisha looks. I like the way Keisha looks.
Keisha better now, but Keisha was ugly in the first season.
She did play herself, and there were people up there that were talking about Dante played her. Dante didn't play her; she played herself. What you do, first of all, you can't expect a man who is sleeping with you while you're married to have. You can't expect him to have any sort of loyalty towards you. He owes you nothing. You should have zero expectations on him. So when you come to him and you're asking, hey, can we get together? You can't be mad that he says no. And then you want to go home all heartbroken because your little jump off broke up with you basically, or let you really know what your worth is, 0 to him. Your worth is some ass. And you want to go home all hurt with hurt feelings and get mad at your husband. We're not going to talk about this. Man, and
they say Tiff still wear BB or Baby. Don't nobody want that old ass.
This is craziness. And see, you know what? Here's one of the things that Tiff is gonna realize real quick. She's gonna feel terrible about herself. Is that she's gonna realize that when Emmett goes out there and messes with these girls want Emmett. They're trying to keep Emmett. These chicks are having babies by Emmett because they want to keep his ass. They roll up on each other fighting. They want to keep him. Tiff, they don't want her. They use her and then they're done with her.
Yeah. And the game is different too, because women, as you get older, it gets harder. Whereas men, as they get older and more successful, it gets a little easier to find somebody and do things. If they're going to get older, he's going to look mature. He's going to have more money. He's going to be able to, find him a nice woman easier. And she's going to get older. And, you say that cupcake may catch her. And, she'll have kids and older kids. And they're going to be arguing with the new dude and this and that. And they may not want to be bothered.
Well, Larry, you called that one. And we'll move on to the next one.
I will say this. Yeah. I hope that Emmett's restaurant is incorporated and separate from their personal interest. And I hope if it isn't, I hope they have a prenup because I hope she doesn't get a piece of that when he decides to leave.
Yeah, he started that before they got married.
The way they don't just go deep into stuff, we're not going to know that.
But he can have it before they got married, but it doesn't always work that way depending on how the property laws work, in your how the community property laws work in your state. It could. You can go in with a whole bunch of stuff, and it doesn't matter. Whatever you have gets split in half if you don't have a prenup.
But remember, it's not even been a year, so they can get that shit annulled, and to hell with that. Dude,
she's not getting it annulled because she knows he has a lot now.
It's another thing I wanted to say, and then somebody mentioned it in the chat. Tiff was messing around season 1 because remember he almost fought the dude.
Oh yeah. That's right.
She does like a tit for tat thing. Like if you cheat, I'm gonna cheat too. But she did stop for a while. She did stop for a while. But
that Emmett's mom is
right.
That's what it is.
She got a happy ending from that dude. I think she got the massage and somebody.
Come on now, how she know that dude gives happy endings if she didn't get one?
One of her friends could have told her that.
Yeah, but she had the card on her, and she like, yeah, this is what you need. He massages shit. And we already saw, dude. We only saw him with one other person.
Are you saying I'm being delusional now?
No, we're on that front. You're trying to salvage something.
Look, I'm going to defend on that one.
You're trying to salvage something, Moochie. I mean, at this point in time, she's played her hand, Moochie. She played her hand.
Yeah, she don't even know to defend with her.
We'll get to what she did later on. Let's move on and get on through the story. I'm coming back to you, Moochie.
Don't be defending her.
All right, so now you got Mayor Duda. He comes out and announced that his whole plan for Chicago and defunding the police has worked. And I'm sitting here like, where? And he's got the funding for Tracey's program, Rock. Break it down, Moochie. What'd you think?
I thought that with this, everything was going through right. She's happy, but we know what happened in the last episode. So I'm like, okay, they got the funding. They're gonna have people looking out for the Black community, and my thoughts was, how far is this gonna go, and are they gonna continue the relationship? That's what I was thinking when I was watching it.
I was thinking Duda just wanted to pull her back in there to tap them draws, but anyway, I digress. Larry, jump on in there, my brother.
Yeah, I have to say, this whole storyline right here, it was the most unsatisfying ending that they had during this season. They could have done a lot with this, and it just really turned out to be very unsatisfying. It's like what's her name, Ella in Run the World, always getting up before somebody finish. You know, it was just very, very unsatisfying. I get why he gave it to Tracey's organization, but just the way that all played out. I mean, I can't imagine anybody in any city where they would just say, "Okay, we're going to get rid of the police." No, you can restructure the police department, but you can't just get rid of them.
Well,
you just can't.
To that regard, Larry, and I'll pass it to you, J-Mo, I'll say this. We've got so many people who claim to be anti-government, anti-state. The police is a part of all that. Do you think their dumbasses know that if you got rid of the government, you'd be getting rid of the police, the fire department, and so many other essential services? Probably not. J-Mo.
Well, we know what happens. We've seen what happens in other countries when you disband police departments and militaries and you don't give them anything to do. They become the criminals. They become the local warlords and the gang leaders and everything else because they know the lay of the land. They have the guns. They have the training. They have the organization and the men. They become what you despise. We know this. We know this to be fact. We've seen it.
Do you think that the people that scream all this, "I hate the government," actually involve themselves in learning what go on in other countries?
Hell
no.
They don't know
you're
what's
right.
going on in their
No, you're right. Never mind.
They don't.
Move on.
Some of them don't even understand the structure of government the way they complain.
Right here. Jump in there, J-Mo.
Man, I got so many problems with this. Put that picture. Yeah, first let's kick it off with this dumbass picture. How the hell, what we gonna call him, the Dark Knight? Why is every damn picture of him in the darkness? Turn the goddamn lights on. Talk about defund the police. You can't even turn the goddamn lights on and shit. Why you always standing in the hallway? Get your ass an office. Turn the damn lights on, call ComEd, get some assistance. Where the electricity? He ain't paying the electricity bill, let alone paying the police. He can't even pay the electricity bill. Get an extension cord or some shit. I
know. J-Mo, he trying to help. He trying to help global warming by using natural sunlight.
Man, this is horrible, man. This season has so many problems. This natural light bullshit doesn't come off good. They always in the dark. Why are you meeting in the damn hallway with mayoral announcements? And what did they accomplish with the defund the police? Chicago crime is through the roof with police. What you think is going to happen without police? I mean, this is stupid. It's crazy, and I don't understand. He even got shot. Like, how the hell you gonna talk about you doing good? Your ass even got shot, fool. How the hell you talk about y'all that accomplished something? Let alone you ain't protect the community. You can't even protect your own ass.
Yeah.
What the hell? This is so stupid all over the place. Very disappointing. They should have not even put that storyline in the show. And if they was, it's examples that they could have used in real life where people are trying to do things differently as far as policing. You can never get rid of police anywhere on earth because people commit crime. Where are you going to go where there's no crime committed or there's no situation where somebody else needs to intervene? Yeah, it may be some cities where there's no murder, you know what I mean, that often, small towns, but somebody gonna steal something.
It's
go ahead.
It's like Larry said, J-Mo, in these banana republics where they're run by dictators and the cop turn the blind eye to certain communities, that's when you really need like these community policing situations because the dictatorship don't care about those sides of the town, those banana republics.
Yeah, look what's happening in the Philippines with Duarte. And what they doing and how they handling the police and killing and allowing to be killed and this and that. So, let alone what's up with Afghanistan and the Taliban and all kind of stuff now. So, man, I don't understand this. This storyline is too big of a storyline to be a third storyline. If you were going to go with this had to be the whole show. Yeah. This would have had to be the main storyline, and it would be maybe a couple other subplots. You can't make this the fourth or fifth storyline. This is too big.
Yeah, it was a big one, man. It was a big one, and
way too big. It make
big,
it look
and it was
like
too many holes in it.
Yeah, It did have some holes. I mean, it still got holes right now. Now that we know that they're getting a season 5,
and it was unrealistic.
Maybe they wrote this
more holes than Tiff.
More holes than Swiss cheese. Maybe they thought that they was writing this as if they wasn't going to get a new season, and they tried to sew it up, but you still didn't really sew it up as good. I'm not even going to say as good. I'm going to say as satisfying